them this now a special program where government they bring to now for explain the situation where they right now in this country. For help me to this talk against Mr. Imran Sila, when a part of the strategic communications unit na Ministry of Information and Communications. Mr. Sila, do you tell me Fambule na Osadu?
Fambule na Odu.
I also get Mr. Sonny Rogers, where they represent one big organization who they call Consumer Watch. Mr. Rogers, they tell me Fambule na Osadu.
Fambule na Odu.
Mr. Silala, begin with you. All them days here will be the arena social media. Some bad people and me they call from other people and come on do heap trouble in the country. And this morning we see what happened. Waiting government they say about all this.
Well, I tell you plenty. Thank you, Alpha Side. First of all, Allah just register on behalf of His Excellency the President and this government with deepest condolences because based on within the Vice President say, clear as one police officer clearly don't suffer in demise as a result of this lawlessness where a few people choose for unleash for political reasons in this country. So I just express on behalf of the President and government of Sierra Leone with deepest condolences to that family there. Right, others than we suffer as a result of this lawlessness and recklessness in this country. You know, and that is why the Vice President don't issue a statement today, so we'll get curfew starting in the next hour because it's likely day after 2 o'clock now. So in the next hour, definitely there will be a curfew until further notice. So meaning everybody could be indoors and then they will allow the police and the security sector because there's a lot of intelligence where they don't gather over this period. Even the last few days, there's a lot of intelligence, a lot of people don't talk to them, a lot of people don't come forward with names. You know, and they need for follow up on anything, but they also need for restore calm, peace, and stability to the city. Number one. Number two, I think it's interesting for note which don't play out in the past few days. For let people understand, say now 80–85% of these elections conducted will involve other presidential aspirants from other political parties, and overwhelmingly, the people of this country. We're the silent majority now as we speak with this. You're all within the unfold, clearly not happy, clearly dissatisfied. People voted for His Excellency the President. That is why he was sworn into office as President. And under the democratic constitution, there's a 5-year mandate for this President. That mandate ends on June 24 next year, a date that was announced by Electoral Commissioner as the date set for presidential and parliamentary elections in this country. So anything anybody try for do for bring chaos, instability, and cause havoc against peaceful and innocent people in this country, but also against the states, definitely eventually we will face the full force of the law. Which we don't see they unfold in the past few days. It is interesting. And this is why I feel the pain as a Sierra Leonean. Number one, we have seen civil society organizations who ordinarily can be active for condemn against government. As long as it's not in support of government, they will condemn. When they say hate speech, we come up from the APC and the party, they will pretend to be silent. Once it's not something critical for government, they will condemn. All of them, they will see every single one parenting there, they unfold. Then civil society organizations, they are absent. Tomorrow morning, I bet you will see them, they begin to pay lip service to something for the against days back. One. Second, I'm also surprised that opposition political parties, and I name particularly the APC, who have refused to comment. And my own intelligence and source, they tell me, say, some of the senior APC party officials then instigate, fund, and perpetuate this violence against innocent people in this country. Some of the names we have had, I will not mention it now, but I should say the security sector fully aware and seized of the information in the equally, and go follow up on that. Because if you as a responsible party, right, you don't see next date for elections in this country, you now have a responsibility for beginning canvas, which in ideas, which you plan for do differently. Because only 4.5 years ago, the people that reject you overwhelmingly. What are your fresh ideas? Which you plan for do canvas, not to begin to instigate. I mean, look, all the videos that we don't see, and I don't see some of them in their first hand today. So not to only waiting on come on social media. I have been out and about to town and many other places then in Western area. When you see the common athlete, you know, say number one, they were instigated. Me understanding that them bring people from the north for bringing to Freetown, with them at the river and the communities there, like then Kube and inside, and then go put the all. From 12 o'clock last night, they actively ship their across this city for cause this kind of a havoc, carnage, and disaster to the vast majority of we just want peaceful lives. I think, sir, it's about time other political parties stand up and be counted. Yeah? If you don't condemn this thing, then for me, I think it shows you know a party where they able for propagate ideas, where they for talk about issues then ordinarily, where they look forward to the next elections and for canvass people so that people will vote for you. But if you have remained silent, shame on you. That is not what makes you a political party. And surely if you look for leader political parties, then that should not make you a good leader. It will never make you a good leader, because it's about ideas. In this democracy that we live in, as in every other democracy around the world, it's a contest of ideas. It's a battle for ideas, right? Who the ideas passing company, how much you for each far and wide, and convince people for win an election. Not to for do them that's the act there, right? And say you get a point for me. How do you register a point and a grievance? By killing people. How do you register a point and a grievance? Right, by burning people in their places there, going into people's homes, kill people in there, burn police stations, and do all of that thing in there. What's the point? Which you try for register? Because at the end of it comes back from state resources for every single one per institutions in there. For the one who lost their loved ones in this silliness, where I mean the APC as a political party don't perpetrate on innocent people in this country, they'll never get their loved ones back. Never ever. In 11 years of APC rule in this country, nobody attempted for unseat them. What they have done as a political party, now for unseat a democratically elected government, His Excellency the President retired because bill, not come to this office by chance. He contested an election. He contested it in 2012. Was flag bearer aspirant of the SLPP. Contested those elections, lost those elections, stayed the cause, contested an election again in 2018, and people voted for him overwhelmingly. Right? It's quite clear that not to buy one show means it can be. And so for anybody actively, the APC particularly, as an opposition political party, actively they fund and foment unrest and instability in this country simply because they want to come back in power, I think it's a disgrace. It's a shame. They ought to be called, they ought to be identified for what it is, and they ought to be, I mean, honestly, if the evidence points to any single one pandemic, I'm sure the law will take its course, because Sierra Leoneans, the vast majority who have remained peaceful over the 3 days there, attempting to come out against all odds, against threats, against intimidation, against violence, for Canada and can fend for themselves and their families, not deserve all of which are happening now. Government takes its responsibility very seriously. This curfew starts at 3 o'clock today, and it would allow the security forces for restore calm and normalcy, right, and make sure say they're able to pursue the so many leads they wouldn't get and bring people to book. I want to guarantee the nation, on behalf of His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabi, and this government, that nobody not goes scot-free. Once that is point to you, you will face the full force of the law, and you will pay for every single life we don't go now today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sila. Fambunaos Unayari, the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, don't talk to the country. He said, we all don't agree na social media where some bad people them intensify and incite other people them from make them come out na do, let them bring violence, let them bring thuggery, let them and bomb other peaceful citizens in this country. And today we see that. Then people then they attack policemen them, they attack government and public buildings them, they even attack private property them, say people then die there. Police then die there, civilian then die there. We sorry for that. Let God more sorry for them people then they would extend we heartfelt sympathy and with condolences to their family. Because of this way that happen, the government say as from today, Wednesday, August 10, 2022, 3 o'clock afternoon, 3 p.m. All man for day inside house, you the BB. You for day inside your house, you not come on a door. Anybody where they catch na door, we don't get nothing for do na door, the law will look you with bad eye. Like I tell you, Mr. Rogers, you they represent consumers, they people them who they go buy. Now, how you see this kind of trouble where bad people then put in the country so?
So we organization, it is unacceptable, unwarranted by we organization. Because they know they create access to the consumers for let them go get exactly the kind of food where they want. This don't disturb the whole market system. People then now buy daily bread and they survive. Like when you go to work, you get what they eat, you feed the family. This don't make homes and they starve because of a group of hooligans, a group of robbers, armed robbers, coming together for vandalize the interest of Mama Sabu. And that is not what we are here for. We are here to protect the interest of the consumers. We are consumers. Today, most of the people are not going to market. Trust me. Because they fear. Say if I go, the small change within my pocket, then they pull under my hand. We condemn them totally. We are against, and we find out, we make sure that the government take a proactive measure against most of the people, the perpetrators. Because we are tired. We the poor one day, we are tired. There are people where they not able to get access to one single by today. Then they know their house and they starve. Why? Because of one person in your interest. It is totally wrong. It is unacceptable. And we not go take them.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rogers. Fambu de Munadoyeri from Mr. Sonny Rogers. We tell us say then they against this lawlessness. We 2-3 years ago, the gap now begin the hamburger that people them, they make people are not able to go about the normal business. Let's come back to you, Imran. According to the statement where the Vice President make, and we said we all know you read that. Then people they don't take over 2 weeks. They tell this country say, let people them come on and do for overthrow the constitutionally elected government of President Bill, not to treat that day.
You know, my brother Alpha Saidu, it is sad. Which make a find as sad because people in the APC political party feel say now they no more get a sense of entitlement to power and authority in a country. This power belongs to them. Now they daddy in property, then sign a left and I will give them. And when you tell them pull them commodity through a democratic means as it is, then somehow feel say no, they never go look for this will. Let them carry that and cause havoc and wreak riot in this country. That is what they are doing. For weeks on ending, we don't hear their rumors there. Actively then they pedal and push up that then they can overthrow, then they take back the government. But government you want for take that was democratically elected in April of 2018 in this country. How do you do it? How do you take over government? If not to incite and suggest say there has to be a coup d'etat. Right? And who that there for the coup d'etat? None of them picking another deal. None. Every single one panel just left power for and they have to go. I move. Plenty of them are picking all out of this country. London and America, they don't go sit down there by the time they ask results. They have never come back to this country. They did it. But yet you're willing for people in the north, ferry them to this country, put them in the riverine communities there. Did it, right? Fund them. How do you go and demonstrate against cost of living as you say, you own cutlass in a yard? What is the intention? How you go show the protest against cost of living? You own machete in a yard, axe. You actively look for somebody for go kill. There's an honorable member of parliament where they, in family, they are Eastern. In they don't come parliament. Then go nine house. They attack in family. We're not getting nothing for do with this one, so they're about their lives peacefully. Attack, as we talk, they have almost killed one by a family member. A leader, they're unconscious. Even forget emergency services, no problem. That is what we're talking about in this country. So if not to APC, then a power. If not to APC, then a government. Nobody else not to get blow. Now they no more get saloon. This country belongs to them. Power and authority was sworn to by them in the will. Within administrator general or some side. We now they get and they pass without. I think this is wrong. Because if they had come out to condemn, then you know, we'll not mix pants there. But they have not condemned it. They have said nothing. Civil society organizations, as I say, have said nothing. Campaign for good governance, I bet you, now watch inside the next few hours, you campaign for good governance now, say that they put statements. They talk about this situation. Paying lip service to it all. Whenever it has something to do with government, don't be the first. Don't know the clean self. 2 o'clock morning and they wake themselves for protest list. Say again for commodities now, do. Right? I mean, how do you serve the country in that way? How do you give your own contribution to national development? Is it about one political party? Saluna, everybody gets out. There's an election. You go to democratic elections, His Excellency the President contests the elections then and everything when people say about him, he won those elections. He had the popular will of the people. That was why he was sworn in as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And look at all of the things we have achieved in terms of peace in the region. We can't second. Also, in the continent, the whole of Africa, the most peaceful nation, now with the 5. Around the world, the whole world, we did number 53 of 180 countries, so not to like for 53 out of 54, or 53 out of 60, or 53 out of 80. It's 180 countries around the world. One of the most peaceful countries there, number 53, is Sierra Leone. Right? His Excellency the President, na chair of APRA. His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, na chairman of CITEN, where they advocate for Africa get another seat, non-permanent Security Council. All of those have happened because President Bio has been very diligent, thorough, and deliberate for the brand the image of this country. But because you get a few South Sea people who say, for them it's all about politics. They wake their money in politics, something in politics, not politics, they're not getting nothing again for do. It's about politics. They have chosen for disrupt the peace and stability of the vast majority of Sierra Leoneans. Go to Kailau, it is peaceful. Go to Bo, it is peaceful. Go to Kenema, it is peaceful. Go to Moamba, it is peaceful. Go to Kambia, right? It is peaceful. Pujon, it is peaceful. Kaina district is peaceful. Falaba, it is peaceful. 85% of this country, if not 90%, is peaceful. They have chosen for bring unrest in the Western area because of the plans, as they say, they want to overthrow government and they want to take over government. There is no way to do it. A democratically elected government in the person of His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, has a responsibility as provided for in the 1991 Constitution for maintaining order in this country and for look after the welfare of the citizens of this republic. If for any reason you have any issues against the approach, the policies, the plans, and the programs of His Excellency the President, there's a ballot date set. You begin to campaign. That is what responsible parties do. Do your manifesto. Do your consultations nationwide. Have a party manifesto. Go out and canvass people and tell them, say, now based on them plan they are. Now want to give me another chance again in 2023. But in the absence of that, all of which they happen so, it's been funded, perpetrated, right, and encouraged, planned, and executed by the APC as a political party. I have no two ways about that. I have heard about names in the party. We don't actively ferry people into this city. We don't actively bring them aboard them. We don't actively keep them. We don't actively fund them, right? Because you do not demonstrate against cost of living with cutlass and machetes then, picats. That is not a demonstration against cost of living. But it was with the sole intent for kill people them, for subject millions of we, within the majority quarterly, to their own will, to their own wish, to their own desire. And it has nothing to do with democracy. Look, we have a curfew that starts at 3. The surgery, effectively, don't start. Every single individual that is responsible for this carnage and loss of life, I bet you, and I will bet me bottom dollar, and they face the full force of the law, right? And the law not will play with them at all. This would never happen again. I want to assure every single Sierra Leonean that this government is firmly in control as we go to elections next year, and the people of this country will have an opportunity to re-elect President Julius Madabio again, or choose not to. We have every confidence that President Julius Madabio will have a second term as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I have no doubt in that at all, right? Until then, every constitutional authority that is vested in the office of the President will be utilized and used and exercised to ensure that there is peace, tranquility, and calm. Millions of we that are in the majority desire for go about business as normal. Vast majority of we don't want nothing for do politics. We're not interested in politics. All we care about now for go fend with daily bread and come back now. I tell you, if you were to do a survey, the vast majority of Sierra Leoneans want nothing to do with politics. They just want for people for go drag and come out. They want nothing for do with all of that in there. We election take can and go vote. Then people and they deserve the attention, right, of the state, right, and in laws for protecting, and they would get just that under this government. That's an assurance I can give. That's an assurance you can take back. every single individual who involved in this exercise, right, will be found, haunted, and brought before the law and prosecuted, right, and then will face the punishment as prescribed by the law for their actions there or inactions.
Thank you, Imran. Famuna Unadoye say government dey on top of this situation. Government don't get boku information where they work on and they verify. The government they assure una say anybody where in handle by this lawlessness, anybody where in handle by this rarable pattern, then go bring am to book. What that mean? Then go make sure say they can go quotes, then go pull the evidence that if they find out say yes, that's how you do. The law go for them para AB1. Mr. Roger Slack come to you. You don't really waiting government say. Government say they expect say when they can't hear the happen, major political parties therefore come out and condemn. Because we live in a country where if you want to take political power, the only way you get for doing are through the ballot box, not to the rally boy pattern. How una way then a consumer watch see this statement? Una say believe so?
We 100% believe in Mr. Imran's statement, because any country where there is no law, we live in a state of anarchy, where everybody they behave the way they want to live. But with this really what we get, now we all get up. Now we all for put hands together and make Sierra Leone. Let a few of individuals cannot hold the country to ransom. We did against them and we condemn them. And we did ask Papa government for make sure that they can put strong measures to all those things when they happen. Because we the consumers now, we the feel it. When I said the chop from which a day, from Rocket to here, I pay nearly 20,000 euros just to come. And I have to pay another 20,000 euros to go. When money is not like that. Because the price they inflate. Because of chaos in the system. You understand? What we did against totally, we the consumers will suffer. Sierra Leoneans today we believe say when we go out, we get with daily bread, we eat. Just like Mr. Imran will talk. 90% of the population of this country, we don't believe in politics. We believe in waiting with the eat for the day. But let a group of people, for their own selfish interest, no can hold the country to ransom. We are tired, it is unacceptable, unwarranted, we don't agree, and we disagree with them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rogers. Now come back to you, Imran. Just like how we all see this morning, the policemen they do it. Then they all over the place for make sure say people peaceful, nobody no go fend in company, blah blah, nobody no hamburging in company. Una self as government want for commend them for that, encourage them for continue.
You know, look, well obviously, I think say, if you take yesterday and day before yesterday into account, you go realize, I mean, the police then do the utmost. There was a lot of peace and stability in as much as things probably not been there aside in the last week. And that means the police themselves, I mean, play their own parts. The presence was visible across Freetown, right, and try to keep the peace and maintain law and order. But again, you know, based on the reports we get now, it is likely that the death toll will go up. Yeah, than we actually know, because on the press release will come out. The Vice President talk about one police officer, but then it is quite clear as other people don't be affected. We don't see videos and pictures of people already carry gun, pistol, and say them go demonstrate against cost of living, in addition to the whole cutlass. And
excuse me, civilians there?
Well, absolutely, civilians the whole gun. Okay. Yeah, and then they pass through and treat actively. Then see you go, you need to demonstrate against what you call cost of living, but you are carrying a gun, right? I mean, if that is a demonstration, then I don't know how you go, how you go with them. But you know, look, at the end of the day, Alpha Saidu, government taking responsibility very seriously, and this government is not going to stop at anything. That is why we have instituted a curfew. Will it start in the next 30 minutes from now? We don't spend almost half an hour now. It is 2:30 almost. In the next 30 minutes, coffee will start. And then the search and investigations go be furthered and intensified. Look at various systems and order them culpable, because now the one that will bear the greatest responsibility. You not necessarily need to look at that bobo who come on and treat them, who come outside and pull her up north. So that is what they have done. Now Uda bring a camp. Uda get gun. Uda go buy cutlass for her. Uda go buy pickaxe for her. Uda go get a shovel and tell her say the way for demonstrates now for go kill person. All of those will be looked into, and then people they definitely will be brought, right, for face the full force of the law without any regard whatsoever. Nobody not getting regard for them. Look, I continue to say this until we grow up in this thing called politics. Until we understand, say, if I'm not in a power, you know, SLPP been in the opposition for 11 years. When announced by Kuma and president. The only thing we will see in our vice president will jump first. President, your vice president, jump first. Not Jamawas. Not for his own life. Other than that, nothing a day what SLPP do, right, at this magnitude, at this level. There was the usual press conference in the SLPP party office. Even at that, they go to the boots and they in the early parts of this of the government, they go and burn, they rape people in another place there. And we took it and moved on. Some of us criticized Anas by Kuruma then. That was based on what we call policy issues. There are fundamental differences, yeah? But we respected office. At no point we begin to insinuate and ferment, say, oh, there will be public unrest. And let's just say this. President Julius Maada is interested and particular about unifying this nation. Danny, you want to believe how? Now your business. You want to believe how? Now your business. Me, West Sudan, I always keep making that point. I'm a living script. And that is why I feel for him every day as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I did not support President Bio. Anybody who know me record, no say I did not support him in the internal party politics. But for God and for God and heaven's sake, he's president and I know gear and you. All of it that happens so you not deserve him. You not attract him, not to buy conduct, not to buy character, not to buy disposition. And about the period where you don't give me the opportunity, right, for coming to close proximity to term and serve my government at this level, I see a different person as president. So it's not only me, Mransila. Because every time I talk and people get visit, well, because they pay you a month down. No. Now me grave as you don't patap so before God a man. I'll say that every day about President Julius Maada. Give him his due. You don't need to like him. You just need to respect the fact that he was elected as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Full stop by democratic means. Not to be one no more you don't bring. My brother Odin Alpha Saidu. Those records are clear. Every now and then in the teaser, you do the record the editor back on social media as to say just talk on a net for bracket to clean. And we laugh about it. But he understands, like I understand, that this president is completely different from the one. He's a different person, different personality. He's a gentleman. So not take me a fast side in word for him. Talk to Peter Bayoku, who was APC, to NGC, to SLPP, serving this government. Talk to Honorable Alpha Khan. We had to contest for flag bearer, 9 party. Was denied. Come, sit down. I don't think I'm in office, Alpha Khan, no can they? He said, go see Minister of Information. But apparently the minister not been there. And so he kind of office. Like jokes. Because for him, he's APC. And nobody even at this point is a resident minister, not well, but also as presidential spokesman. At no point anybody tell us SLPP political party. President Julius Maada, I'll be surprised. Because I know say not to that individually. And we never have those discussions with Alpha Khan. Alpha Khan sees himself as a Sierra Leonean. If he goes APC, we born APC, raised APC, remain APC, I'm sure he'll die APC.
Thank you very much.
But he has a role to play. Like done in 1 minute. He has a role to play. And he understands also that he's a Sierra Leonean. So President Julius Maada is concerned about bringing the country together. That's why the bring all come. So we have a role for play. We have to be there for me. Then in history now, left hand, this is national development. Let us come together. But people want for skew and turn and create the impression as if to say, I mean, this president does not want to unite people. What more can you do than actively appointing people to serve the government who did not necessarily support you then? You know, Now let's forgive President Batman. His Excellency the President loves his people. He's concerned about the welfare of this country. He's concerned about the future of this country, right? And he wants to hold this country together. Okay. His Excellency the President, despite, all of the things and the way they aspire for and don't actively pursue, he also understands he has responsibilities as head of state of this republic, right? And will make sure the law be followed to the letter. Anybody with evidence point to, under their circumstances there, we know that's how we don't go. 2 ways not they will face the full force of the law.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sira. I just want to compliment what you say. All man know say the term will be get 5-6 people in a SLPP, they vie for the party flag, may not be the support then aspirant Julius Madabio.
No, that's support.
All man know that. But wait a minute, he called on all. He said, let we come together, let we can work for country, let the country go before. You know, and there's nobody. And then they show say, it got the most important leadership quality, where man and they call tolerance. For everybody.
In addition to that, they will not countryman. I'm a Muslim. That might hack it,
of course.
You understand?
Just like how you say,
in goodness of heart, showing kindness.
He gets a good heart, and what he care about now the country, not to himself. He knows as president, he get the obligation for bring everybody together. And I'll tell you like this: immediately when he take the oath of office, in first official duty will perform as president of Sagio. Now for go meet Anes Koma and the APC inside the house. Go tell them thank you and solicit the support in the interest of the country. He also don't send him vice president, don't go meet Anes Koma. He don't invite them as state house. He don't do all what he able for do. Just for no more, then we all come together. Okay, the country go before. But they're not ready for do that. At this point, we will take a short break. We will come back and we'll continue this talk.
Fellow citizens, you will recall that for the last several weeks, some self-serving Sierra Leoneans have intensified the call for violence and the forceful overthrow of the legitimate government of President Julius Maada Bio. Government has shown restraint in an effort to uphold the fundamental rights of citizens. However, these unscrupulous individuals have embarked on a violent and unauthorized protest which has led to the loss of lives of innocent Sierra Leoneans, including security personnel. It is also reported that public buildings, including police stations, have been attacked and burned down in various parts of the country. Therefore, government wishes it to be known that as a country of law and order, these violations are unacceptable in all their forms. Consequently, government hereby declares a nationwide curfew with effect from today, Wednesday, 10th August 2022, commencing at 3 p.m. Government reaffirms its commitment to maintain law and order, including protecting the fundamental rights of the general public. The security sector has been authorized to fully enforce these directives. I thank you.
Family, Unado, don't come back. Unado, the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, don't say some bad people them ready for put trouble at this country. They grab, they say, then they overthrow the constitutionally elected president, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, and the government. Then grab, then attack public buildings, them burn police station out, then go now government offices, then pull them. They also make people then die for nothing. Let God sorry for them people and they. Because of that, government don't declare a curfew order. As from today, Wednesday, August 10, 2022, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m., all man for day inside you owes you the BB. If policeman catch you in a treat, where you not get no business at treat, then go shoot you with them not go deep on that. Mr. Silala, come back to you. You be the talk this one about how we democracy bound for work, how people then for respect the laws, because the law of this country na in the supreme. This na a country of laws. I want let you work much for that day back more. Let people understand that the need for me to follow the law.
You know, we forced democratic elections in this country in 1996. Plenty of people don't know history, yeah, or not they pay attention to it, even they know. I remember say, and you all know this alpha cycle, because that person had mentioned so happened for your uncle also. Yeah. My only daddy, Baba Sila, contested against Alhaji Ahmed Jankaba, yes, who eventually became president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, for the flag bearer in SLPP. So that means Daddy, Charles Magai, and all the other one all contest. Because Jankaba won those elections. And ended up for go contest presidential elections, parliamentary elections in 1996, and became president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So constitution is such that every 5 years, you go for renew your mandate, and go tell the people which you don't do, and the people will now make that determination, that's whether for elect you or for choose somebody else. President Kaba won those elections in 2002 after I don't bring peace. 2007, it was Solomon Begawa. He lost the elections. When they announced results, they say loss. He accepted. And said, oh, this is about democracy. Yes, I feel about loss. Maybe they're not supposed for loss, but it's about the states, the nation called Sierra Leone, that is bigger than me, Solomon Ekuma Begawa. And so he accepted those results and moved on with his life. At no point, like what you see, so that president tried the guy goes sit down on side and invite us and a probe and a careless talking to go talk. Government, everything government they do, everything government they do. That is so unnecessary. So it's beneath that title as former person, head of state of this country. It's beneath you. Those are comments you don't make. You just allow everything and just move on with your life. Yeah? We've had elections in 2007. We get elections in 2012. We get elections in 2018. This democracy is here to stay. And people are supposed to understand, say, the only means by which you can win an election for be through the ballot box. That is what our constitution makes provision for. Now, we don't say, we think for happen Parliament for sit down and discuss and get timelines. So by the time we've done elections in June next year, 2024, we know the date for the next election 5 years out. That you bring stability to a democratic dispensation. You strengthen the institutions and the structures then they're around that. Nobody not going for gap now and by go show tricky. They had 3 months per tap or had 4 months per tap. You know you come in at this term, you know say so term there is elections. Under no circumstance, then it's a nigga for change. Yeah? President Bill, if not possible, let democracy. You know, but strengthen democracy. How do they be back by go show 3? We already know more now, I say well, something that happen now, like extend the term force by 6 months. They say, if I don't do so, but I say no. This is not about me. I'm President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. What kind of Sierra Leone do I want my kids to inherit? They begin to spend for so 2.5 million on free quality education. Which kinds of want then set for inherit? We're supposed to be able to set the structures. Law not invest in education, invest, put education by them, and they will able to set the structures there for the future. Right? Because the structures they need them go for rely on. So all of them things they need. The clear provisions in the constitution. What is right, what is wrong. And also often, look, and I mean get this discussion earlier on today in terms of the ability for demonstrate. You know what within our opposition will be also the complaint about police and demonstrations. Based on what you see today, now that is strengthening the police in hand. Not for grant permission for demonstrating in this country. Their actions there now in the strengthening police hand. Because ordinarily, and again, you know, I don't put up any defense for police not that they work for me remit, now His Excellency the President and the government. Everything one power we elect at one point or the other, where they serve. That is my remit. It has nothing to do with police. But again, you take the municipality, Freetown. It's quite a small place. We all you are Kisi or the for past 2 pieces or 43. If you allow people to occupy that space there, ordinarily say they get something that aggrieved again, say, to make a point. You don't disrupt the life of hundreds of thousands, we're not connected with that. Not because you self will work for demonstrate, work for disrupt other people's lives, but because the city is small. You occupy cotton tree, business don't spoil for the day. You go to PZ, you occupy the other side now, don't spoil back for the day. So maybe that is why the police can always consider risk as against which you are for execute. Maybe I think it's about time that we'll get something like a park somewhere as big as National Stadium that is there. If you get an issue, you go there.
You pass the whole day.
You pass the whole day. You register your views. You only back out the day, they can't snap you. The one day you want to come to attention, then send one official account, they can collect the letter which you get for right. And from that point, on that dispersing back in a place there. Police naturally go for police that kind of environment there because it's in a clear space. And all of them in there. And then you also know we're able now for disturb people their ordinary lives. What will be there now the break just now? You talk about how plenty of people they fend for themselves on a daily basis. That is as you don't common joint. This person is a lecturer in his 50s. And they recount in informative period in Book Fields. They say, but the south side been tapped Book Fields. I don't get the story now, then today's here, and they repeat them back. The south side been tapped Book Fields. One might be the neighbor. So this is what we talk about, so we'll be there at the break. Not only to you, it doesn't happen for the longest time. Somehow we go bola for the day. If na market to sell, you go sell out. We don't sell, in the evening, they buy. It can't house now for Kaku. Sometimes you tell you cook no, you don't serve 7:30, 10 and 8. So this me man, when I lecturer now, this neighbor, where he don't do my active in the cell. We don't sell for the day, bye now, Kaku. Where cook, the mommy been so kind-hearted, so generous, you can imagine. Person where they strive on a day-to-day basis for making ends meet. They tell them they still get the hearts and the kindness enough for not to be safe for neighbor there. So this man I be the benefit by. He said every time, even though they get your business, but me look forward to that mommy because I be chop up. The mommy was that kind and generous. In poverty, he still understand the concept of kindness and for do good and be a blessing to others. So many people in there in this country where they live their lives today. We don't nothing for do what happen today. Who ordinarily be one for go do their business and go back home, able for provide for their family. That has been disrupted for 3 days because some self-seeking individuals for political reasons, right? Grab now and say the one country for bringing a country to stand still. Well, at least Western area for bringing a country to stand still because they want political power, they lost political power yesterday. That is unacceptable. Look, in this democracy that we live, we have to realize, say, God, in the infinite wisdom and mercy, chose President Julius Maada Bio. You don't have to like him to accept God in decisions. You don't have to accept his views to accept God in decision. He's President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You like how you don't like how left to you. That authority and power, with the Constitution and the laws invest in him as President of the Republic, that was exercised by every other president before him, is now in his hands. Yeah? And he has that responsibility for guide the state to the next elections. And when we win the next elections, then they for guide the state to 2020 as provided for by law. If you say that power will president get, now you want. Like what has been getting and tried. Maada Bio been here, President Julius Maada Bio been here, I say one time. He knew it could only happen through democratic means. And I make it put his name forward on the ballot, contested those elections, right? And won those elections by popular will. So people get to understand which are the rules of this game. How we lost their look like. They know. They are pretending not to know because of their self-seeking aim, objectives, and ambition. And that is why they will never, besides the political party, they'll ever come out for condemning in there. They will never come out to condemn it. Because it's interesting. When you talk with them on several of their platforms there, whether it be SLPP, AYV 98, all of them points there where they talk about so. Now the same point that them but what they all come on and do cutlass self the pedal. Right? Now the same point that they said the pedal. But then I think it would be smart enough for the guy and say no. Yeah, whatever your concerns are, we not subscribe to the kind of nonsense there. Yeah? Because at that level, there is a way to articulate your views. Not to follow and go empower and give people a cutlass right? And because we go kill people there, and then somehow you say you want political power. It's a shame on those political parties, APC particularly, right? They need to do better for the people of this country, stand up and be counted. Politics is not about death. You not picking and none not suffer and any of them things that would happen. Nobody in the APC picking not suffer. I know all of them before election they happen in 2018, they don't pull the picking they had. All they have got. That's only the pass. You do other things, sir. But innocent picking them, poor people there, average people there. When I don't influence them, when I send them a treat, right? For them to go kill other people them, or in the process they say suffer. Right? Some of the same thing and they would execute for other people them. I think it is wrong. Look, His Excellency the President taking responsibility very seriously. And when he's back, when he will come back, definitely, I think even before he come back, we will see so many things done there on that. That is why we have a curfew. We'll start in the next 10 minutes. I'll make the point again. We'll begin at 2 o'clock. I say they start in next 1 hour. At 2:30, I say it's starting next 30 minutes. At 10 to 3, it starts in the next 10 minutes. Anybody with a kitchen at treats, we don't get business for doing a treat. Just like what I've been saying, if you grab, you go on a treat. Deliberately, you have decided to come in conflict with the law. Now your own decision. We can advise you not for doing. But if you choose for come in conflict with the law, that will the law bracket you power. Also, I bet you. Now you fair enough for yourself, not of course you fair enough for you. And similarly, after 3 o'clock, if anything at 3, police hold you, now you fair enough for yourself. Once the investigations are ongoing, as fluid as situations they look like, that investigation they point to you. There's evidence for say you had the something, they hold you, then carry you go court, and the other evidence they present and convict you, you would suffer because you have caused hundreds of thousands of people. We know nothing for do which happened at home today. We don't get nothing for do with that. Ordinarily, you're not interested in which happened. You don't cause them for suffer in some cases, right? Go hungry. In some cases, suffer death. In some cases, suffer injury, right, to them and their family. And down there, you go pay for that through legal, lawful means in a court of law.
Thank you very much, Imran. Fambula house, unadoyeri, because some bad people, ill-motivated people, and people who don't lost direction, don't make other innocent people that don't die. Government don't declare of order. As from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m. today, Wednesday, August 10, 2022, all man for day inside you owes you the BB. If police catch you na do, where you not get no business for do na do, they will shoot you with them not go deep on that. Mr. Roger Slack, come back to you. You don't hear waiting Mr. Sila say, don't show you beaucoup example there. For say government believes say there trouble here with people in the put in this country, it is politically motivated. Una where they na consumer protection, una believe so?
We 100% believe so. The reason why I say so, we 100% believe. This country is a country of law, right? If we get any grievances, we get any indifferences, we will believe say for channel. There is a channel, there is a procedure. It's a laid down procedure we will follow. But I did talk to Brother Imran and other stakeholders of this country. For let us make sure that at least most of the perpetrators there, they are bring to book. Because enough is enough. We the consumers that we the suffer. Believe you me, now if you go now, corner, then they sell fish. Where you go now, the fish where they black sell give you 5,000, then they go up to 10,000. Who is going to suffer? It is we the consumers that are going to suffer. You understand? When they talk to the Papa government, do ya make it take a proactive measures against any defaulter. Because we are going to suffer. We are the politicians. You understand? We are just common consumers. Everybody in the country today is a consumer. But if you don't get access for it, how you go eat? You know, inside once you go there, you the staff. You begin to understand. You begin to know they go to school. At the end of the day, what you go be the future of your children. We are looking at the future of our children. We now go where they go. But we have to leave a legacy. See, this is what Papa and Mama will do during the time of tenure. It's a very good precedent. We need to set a very good precedent. We don't need to go back and front say, look, we are going to demonstrate, we are going to... This cannot help. The most important thing is challenge which we go, someone will complain say. Let us not take the loan away on hand. Let them give free chance to consumers for let them ensure say they get the quality services. This is what they fight for as a consumer work. We ensure say consumers are given the quality services where they need it.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Imran, I'll come back to you. I want to let you amplify one very important point we will make earlier on. Say, in 2007 and 2012, where the Electoral Commission say SLPP lost the presidential election, the SLPP no put no problem. Even, I remember after the 2007 election, where Pabera, when I be the SLPP, the presidential candidate attended, carry a petition go to court. Say the party die so. That's why the lady complain out to God. They not talk like this. But still, Pabera had not say let SLPP supporter them come on and do let them heap trouble in the country. But we'll be after when they announced the first round election. After that 2018 election, where APC, the presidential candidate at that time, the Samuel Kamara, say if he win, it will make this country also becomes ungovernable. You believe say that goal they try to achieve?
I don't state quite clearly from the start of this discussion. Say I see a hand of APC, and another exonerating nobody. APC at the top level, right? In which that happens, so it is quite clear that the orchestrator, it's quite clear saying that the organizer, quite clear saying that the fermenter, it's quite clear saying that the funder, it's quite clear saying that the strategizer, and it's also quite clear saying that the executor. All of them things, and these are very serious statements I'm making. Very serious. Quite clear saying that they do. And that is why we are where we are today in this country, where people have lost their life. You know, it is sad, it's unfortunate, that the only means by which you get political power now for kill mortal man. The only means by which you get, you feel say you're relevant, now for do the kind of thing there. Pull innocent and apostles, then bring them kind of street, and then get them for cause this kind of carnage and disaster. And wreck people their lives, kill people in the process, and say, oh well, you want for talk. Then there's I think I'll be morning coffee or so. I don't forget me, I would have been the person that asked me say, well, if me nothing say these are legitimate claims, where the people and they talk about bread and butter and the cost of living. So my question was natural. How do you now connect lawlessness with challenges to cost of living in this country? I said because those are two separate things. So. Except if you, by your mind now, want for tying lawlessness to cost of living. As if I knew what was good. I said this kind of thing and me plan at this country. Because if you have legitimate concerns and say you concern about bread and butter, you concern about cost of living, you concern about all of them things, and it is not because this government know the duty supposed to do. It is because of other extenuating circumstances that don't bring we to this position. And which I mean by that, on cement, we know say they don't reduce tax by 10%. On iron rod, I think it's about 5%. On gas, we don't reduce tax by 1 day. Those are all revenues that ordinarily government they lost. Ordinarily. For every single holiday in this country, on a normal day, government they lost about 40 billion. Just wait, declare public holiday. That is a public holiday. Just from their shop sales and all that, and in terms of revenue, government, where the state generate, where they pass by now. So in excess of 30 billion. I hope you understand. So, government has done all of those for make sure, say, we cushion the effect. In addition to that, you talk about fuel. Now that the price globally seems for the reflect downwards, you see, we said they try for put and down. They try for put and down. They will go till 22. We kept explaining to people, say, we are not total keeper President Bill. There is nothing, if you watch the formula, what they do for that petrol and diesel, where they count to the aggregate, whether it be 22, you cannot to 20 back. You will not say government, they lose out big time on taxes. Big time. So all of them think they don't get anything for doing any policy. But if not all the other people want to suggest from the opposition political party, let them now come forward and tell me. And that was a question I asked there. Me and one panel, I said, okay, which one I will do differently? Let's move this conversation forward. This is about national development, how we move this country forward. What are your ideas? Someone come out, someone come out, what they ask I say is having comments. So, weeks ago, the man was asked a question on BBC in an interview. We play right around the world. They say all this talk on they talk now about bread and butter, cost of living and all that. What would you do differently? And this is Nama we don't spend in lifetime, na Minister of Finance. No, so from financial secretary to minister to bank governor to this to that, all which is about economics. No, so then your brain fail you. At that particular moment, they fail you completely. You say, no, I reserve my comment.
Right.
Because he knows nothing. He cannot even prefer a simple solution. That is where you seize the opportunity as an opposition political party and say, this is what I would do differently. Right? Now come and get civil and honest discussions. Right? We are not sworn enemies. From 1996 to now, several political actors, they don't come and go. Right? From President Kabay Nwanda Osa to 2002, if I tell you 2002, Tolubango all the one and they don't left Dr. Mohamed, all them don't sack there. And new people are ending with that's Thomas Kaikai and Alpha Weed and Dr. Alpha Weed at the end. Right? And then they don't tell them down. It was an escoma. And all the one they were occupied at that particular point in time, it is President Julius Maada Bio. So everybody in terms they can't endure this not nobody in property. It is God's determination and decision. I said once or twice, I said there are three things you cannot legislate over in this business called politics, right? And elections. God in will. Divinity. The third one, destiny. Yeah? God in will, divinity, and destiny. Elect what you do. Fanama, God not matter for you, not a be. If God matter for you, God they plot a path for you for each day. From any side, He'll plot a path and you'll get to that point. That is destiny, that is divinity, that is God's purpose for you as an individual in life. Right? So President Julius Maada Bio is where he is today as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Nobody can take that away from him. The only gentleman in this republic who has been head of state twice. In West, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Bio, said it was for purpose. It was for purpose. In the case of public speaking society, they said God not to make one thing happen to somebody two-ten. Of this magnitude, head of states, 3 months, head of state, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. God not make it happen to you two-ten. If not to be God in actual purpose for you in this life, that you are going to be president and serve as president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You can't take that away from her. Except if you get quiet now, then go quiet with God. You know, that's the purpose. And that's the reality. His Excellency the President will take those responsibilities very seriously. Look, every single thing in this declaration of this curfew, any alternative, we think if happen subsequently in terms of investigations, court actions, would definitely make sure we punish all them one day. We're responsible for this action today and will cause their loss of lives there.
Thank you, Imran. From una house, una don't understand, say, the country strong. Government know that. But when I look at what government they do for make sure, say, things then get better. When I also don't hear back, say, the country not strong based on bad governance. The country strong because of what thing they happen at the one whole world. Not so we no more the thing that they happen to. But we all even better. Una see what government they do for Epuna. Una see how government be help business people and trade. Another very important point where Imran make one for amplify. Now the fact that President Bio believe in the laws of this country. Una all been there now where Ebola come. Ebola in a few months it take. But when an escoma in 5 years done, he extend it. He said because of Ebola. Now Corona don't come. Corona na 3 years it take to. But because President Bio believe in democracy, he believe in the laws of Sierra Leone, he believe in the constitution, he respect the laws. He said a 5 year term I get. And that 5 year term they done 2023 una make election. Next now, the Electoral Commission, they don't prepare for that. They don't begin roll out the process. So, if possible now for all that day, it won't be a boy pattern, we don't tolerate that. As from 3 o'clock this afternoon, today, Wednesday, August 10, 2022, all man for day inside your house. If they see you na treat, when you not get no business na treat, they will shoot you with them not go deep on that. Mr. Rogers, I come back to you. Now, we all don't know say anytime where there will be shaking because we come here call rubbish. Make no damn sense. Now just bad people and one for bugging others. They want to turn about the country. Anytime when they happen, now the trader they suffer. Now the consumers they suffer. So waiting will be your message. Waiting at the advice you go give to consumers they out there.
I talk to all traders. When time come for go do your business, sell full commodity. To we the consumers, make sure you go wait till they buy commodity quietly. Let nobody know instigate you. This country is a country of law. If you not abide by the law will bet you. The law will hold you changa one. Let nobody know mislead you. Most of them when they mislead the people they are. Most of them they're not there. The begin they're not there. The begin and then are better schools. And then are better areas. Well, so we did now. Because we people will not be able to give you that kind of education, now that make them accident within this country. So we appeal to we, the consumers and the traders, do ya, and nobody not confuse you. Open your shop, the time wait for open your shop, set the consumers and make sure that consumer where you go, not to forgo make halala, not forgo buy a commodity. This now my message, this I get for the people of this country, for make we live in a comprehensive and a sustainable life, so that at least we will laugh and enjoy from each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Famula House, you also know say about 90% of this country safe, is steady, is quiet. Now there's a few areas that Freetown and society and the north that they this confusion, they this unnecessary confusion. So government they advise you, let you stay inside your house, let you avoid problem. Now I will come to you, Mr. Sila Imran. What thing will be you last word to people in our house?
My last word I want for, I'm not going to talk anything again because I think so I don't talk all which I need for talk. Yeah, I will just try for talk within this declaration of national curfew by Creole. Vice President say, Fambule on I go recall say inside the past few weeks, some politicians that will get bad acts, will feel say this power, now then daddy in property. Then we don't call for violence and for the overthrow of an elected government of President Julius Maada Bio. They don't show any strength, right, in their efforts then they. Then people they not only begin to call for the president in overthrow and for sit and for pulling a power, they also authorize today violent protesting will lead to the loss of lives of innocent Salon people and include one security personnel who also lost in life. When burn public building them, process police stations them, and burn other things them in various parts of the country, the north and western area and northwest. Governments want to let the public know say that this country, the Republic of Sierra Leone, now a country of law, and then violations there, government consider for be unacceptable. As a result of all everything that happened today, governments don't declare curfew nationwide, where they start today, Wednesday, 10 August 2022, and the curfew for start 3 o'clock. So we did 7 minutes past 3, curfew already don't begin. Government of President Julius Maada Bio want for assure the people of this country of a commitment for maintaining law and order, including protecting the fundamental rights of the general public. As a result of this curfew, where government don't declare, governments don't also inform the security sector for let them fully, without play, let them fully enforce the directives there. And government will come to the public again in due course for further advice on the current situation and for the updates. Now this press release been tapped will come on now the Vice President in office today, and we SLPP don't pull out inside the last 1 hour.
Thank you, Imran. Family host, now we go end this program. But we not forget say the Vice President, Honorable Dr. Mohamed Diallo, don't make a statement on behalf of the government. He say some bad people them don't put Bombosoro that the country, and that Bombosoro they make innocent people they die. Let God sorry for them people today. Because of that, government wants let everybody dey inside house. Government don't declare coffee order. From today, Wednesday, August 10, 2022, 3 p.m., 3 o'clock afternoon, all man for day inside house you baby. If police or soldier catch you in a treat from 3 o'clock this afternoon, say government go tell you who tell you for comot back, then go shoot you with them no go dey per that. Government don't tell all we security people and police as well as soldier man them for make sure say all man follow this coffee order. Until the next time we go come back to una, this Afasa Idu Bangwa they say tata.
Fellow citizens, you will recall that for the last several weeks, some self-serving Sierra Leoneans have intensified the call for violence and the forceful overthrow of the legitimate government of President Julius Maada Bio. Government has shown restraint in an effort to uphold the fundamental rights of citizens. However, these unscrupulous individuals have embarked on a violent and unauthorized protest which has led to the loss of lives of innocent Sierra Leoneans, including security personnel. It is also reported that public buildings, including police stations, have been attacked and burnt down in various parts of the country. Therefore, government wishes it to be known that as a country of law and order, these violations are unacceptable in all their forms. Consequently, government hereby declares a nationwide curfew with effect from today, Wednesday, 10th August 2022, commencing at 3 p.m. Government reaffirms its commitment to maintain law and order, including protecting the fundamental rights of the general public. The security sector has been authorized to fully enforce these directives. I thank you.